Okie dokie. I got a lone comment on YouTube asking me to make a video on the Cold Steel Kudu when it came in. Cool. Anyway, here is the Cold Steel Kudu. It's not quite as small as I thought it would be. Like when you look at a picture of it, you kind of picture a smaller knife for some reason. At least I did anyway. The Cold Steel Kudu is, well, let me just unfold it for you. There it is. No getting around it. The Cold Steel Kudu's biggest disadvantage is its deployment. It's got a number of clicks before it opens up entirely. It feels like, God, it feels like almost like 10 pounds of retention right there. I know it's not 10 pounds, but it feels like that. It's like the most retention I've ever felt. Closing it, kind of tricky at first to figure out. Stick your finger in the ring, pull a little bit, and then push this forward just a bit. Then you can clear your fingers out of the way and close it like normal. Opening this with one hand is pretty difficult, and you have to practice with it. That is, you stick your fingers right here, and you pinch pretty hard. There's like a trick to it, sort of. Good to stay as low as possible, to get as much leverage as possible. Push up, open it like normal. To close it, position your fingers like this. I didn't discover this myself, by the way. I saw this on a YouTube video. I'll probably annotate it. And hold it like this, and push forward with the thumb while pulling back with the middle finger. Then close. How fast can it get? Well, not very. Open. Close. It's as fast as you can really get with the Kudu. But you can deploy it. Like you can, like if I had it on my lap right now, I could deploy it about that fast. So it's not worthless when you get used to it, but it is definitely the craziest lock I've ever dealt with. Its edge, well, the only other edges that I have to compare this to is, in cold steel I mean, is the Cold Steel Rajah II. That's this one. This one came to me razor sharp, like you can shave with it, sort of razor flippin' sharp. The Kudu didn't come to me razor sharp, but like it couldn't shave hairs, but it was still very sharp. I don't know how to explain it. Like it couldn't shave hairs, but it was still very sharp. Here's the Kudu instructions. Be sure to read them before you destroy them like I did. Then again, I've used this a bit for around the house tasks, so it might not be as sharp as when I got it. This isn't a super awesome paper. Well, it's not bad. I mean, it's not the sharpest thing on earth. If you know what you're doing with sharpening, you can do even better. But it's not bad. It's very good, and for its price point, it's awesome. What surprises me is that despite this is like a $7 knife, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks pretty good. It feels pretty good. I mean, it's not a super strong knife, but it's nice. I mean, you do get a nice defensive point out of that, for what it is anyway. It comes to you sharp, and it performs. And it's extremely resistant to rust. I'm trying to think what I might have missed. Its weight. Okay. The weight of this knife is 2 3/4 ounces. That's what my scale gets. Size of a Kudu, size of a $20 bill. So it's, you know, a little smaller than the size of a $20 bill. Like its profile fits within that of a $20 bill. Pretty cool. Well, not necessarily a $20 bill, of course. Would I recommend this knife? Yeah, definitely. This is my, I use it, I don't, I don't have tons of knives. I mean, I have like this, my Rajah II, a Mora knife, an M-Tech knife, and a CCC balisong. I don't have like tons and tons and tons of quality knives that I can, you know, carry and switch out from day to day, but I still carry this. I do carry this. I use this as my EDC knife, and it serves me well. I mean, I actually carry both the Kudu and the Rajah II. The Rajah II intended for defensive purposes, and the Kudu intended, you know, for utility tasks where it would be absolutely inappropriate to pull out a machete. I guess what you guys want is for me to go cut crap outside with, you know, like gallons of water and stuff like that. I guess I'll probably do that. Now then, of course, I always love to do a little test of something. It doesn't even have to be important, it just has to be interesting. I don't have milk gallons, or that's exactly what I would use. If you know anything about listerine bottles, you'll know that it is encased in an incredibly tough plastic. I don't know why it's encased in such an incredibly tough plastic, but it is. And that kind of makes it a good testing subject. So, how about I just do it, huh? Ooh. Ooh. Look at this. Let me explain how this happened. See, because I suck at hitting with a knife, it went into here, went through and came out here. Went through it like butter. It wasn't any resistance. Did a lot better than I thought it would. Let me try again. And again. Oh! Oh, look at that! See that stub? That thing just failed. Yeah, okay, that just failed. We're gonna keep trying this until that happens again, because that was funny. Okay. No problem. Still no problem. Let me try being more sloppy with it. Still no problem. Now, what in the world caused that then? Because it's not doing it now. Maybe you could go down into it. Well, the thing, it stabbed better than I thought, and it failed when I thought it wouldn't fail. Sideways now. Now I'm going to try an aggressive power hit. I'm trying to see what caused that failure now. What in the world could have caused that? Well, at any rate, let's try try pushing it in and cutting down. No problem. And it shouldn't be either. Alright. Cold Steel Kudu. Fun knife, cheap knife, reliable knife, waterproof knife with way too much retention and poor deployment. That's what I say anyway.